Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
These marriages are not perfect, but all in all, they seem to work. Marriage is an institution for grown-ups.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
There are no bosses in a modern marriage. He knows he's lucky to have a wife.
That is the new intro.
Oh,
Do you like it?
I do.
It's taking you a bit of getting used to, isn't it?
It's quite different. Yeah, it's quite
To
different.
the other one?
Yeah.
Well, because the first 3-4 podcasts we put out, which are now live, so people will have been listening to them, fingers crossed, they just had like initial, very simple production on, which you'll still hear on this one, but I wanted us to have a nice intro.
This one does that left and right.
Yes, it does.
It does. So when you're listening in your car, you'll notice it on your speakers.
18 seconds it is. Took me 3 hours to make it because it's all sorts. I've sampled things and everything. If you're a purist, you'll know.
You're a bit OCD when it comes to most things, actually.
Good with my fingers, aren't I? Anyway, it's Simon and Laura here.
I wouldn't know.
Husband, I bet you wouldn't. Anyway, husband and wife sentenced to life. This is episode 5.
Yeah.
And it's been a few days, maybe a week since we recorded one because it's been such a busy week, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We were going to do a little video today. I've got all the lights set up. We're in the studio. I've got ring lights on us. I've got everything. I set the cameras up. I've got my OBS set up, which is a virtual studio. Switched it on. Laura went, we're not doing videos, are we? So there won't be video for this
I've not got a bra on.
Yeah, no, but that might get us some likes. Or it might get us some donations. One way or another. But it's been a heck of a week, and I feel like we're going back in time. But I want to mention Eurovision, because it was only last weekend.
Yeah.
What was it? Friday. It will have been Saturday night, Sunday morning that it was on TV. And
Yeah.
we stayed up and watched a live stream of it.
Yeah, I set my alarm.
We go to bed about 9 o'clock every night, if that. And you set an alarm. We get into bed and you're like, shall I set my alarm?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, set your alarm.
I didn't think you'd stay up with me, to be honest.
Well, I had that shock when your alarm went off because I thought your alarm was off at 6, which I'm normally downstairs by every morning. When your alarm went off, I thought, I've slept in, which I never do
Yeah.
because I don't have an alarm. And then I realised what it was and I'm like, let's just go back to sleep. And then I thought, no, I want to watch it. And it's the first time I've watched Eurovision in, I would say 25 years.
Yeah.
And I used to be a massive fan as a kid, massive fan, like 90s student kitschy thing to do, have Eurovision parties. And I don't know why we've never done it because it is bang on what we love.
I used to watch it every year as a kid. I loved it.
The shame out here is we're in Dubai and the time difference is a bit off. So
Yeah,
it's a
well,
late nighter.
You had a little bit of a reason to want to watch it this year, didn't you?
It was a big one this year. And it's terrible in a way because we featured on a song. But we didn't know. We sent off backing vocals to be on Daddy Freya. He was the Icelandic
Yeah.
one, the quirky one. They wear the green jumpers on. They do the kooky dancing. And they would have won last year's Eurovision had it not got cancelled.
Easily. And do you know what? In my opinion, and a lot of people have said this year's winner as well, they should have won this year.
Yeah, the Italian, Duff Leopard, I call them, the Italian rockers. As the results were coming in, and Daddy Freya, the band, so they put out in, October, November time, looking for people to sing harmonies on there, be part of a virtual choir. And you said you should, to me, you should record Betsy Pearl, our 8-year-old.
Yeah.
So I brought her in here and recorded her doing
She's
the
an awesome little singer, isn't she?
harmonies. And then I'm sitting here and I thought, send mine in as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did. Which was really annoying, by the way, because, well, we've got Honey, who's a really good singer. Believe it or not, I used to do quite a bit of singing on stage. And Leo, who, when he wants to, he can sing.
The two older kids wouldn't have done it.
No, I think Honey might have.
Would you have done it if I'd have said to you, come in and do it?
Yes, I would have done.
Would you have done it?
I would have done. But the thing is, you did that thing where, so it's meant to be for Betsy, and then you decide to record yourself.
Yeah.
You come in, and at that point, I think it was literally like, there was a couple of hours before the deadline.
Yeah.
So you're like, yeah, well, I
Sent mine as well.
recorded myself. I was like, oh, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Like, didn't think to ask anyone else.
Anyway.
So you got part of the little bit of fame for it as well.
Don't be like that. You might notice a little tone in Laura's voice today, and it's because she's already had a couple of drinks. And I came and sat in the studio. I've got a 0 alcohol Amstel malt lemon.
Nice.
1 bottle. and it doesn't matter anyway because it's alcohol free. You've come in, having had a couple of drinks already today, you've come in with a full bottle of Jacob's Creek Chardonnay Pinot Noir, and you're working your way through that.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because I am not a wine drinker.
You weren't.
No,
but you have turned.
Well,
you are currently drinking whatever's the nearest bottle.
Yeah, I am.
If I left Fairy Liquid on our drink shelf, you'd drink it.
Since COVID, you know, I think we've already said this, that my smell and taste it went and then it's come back, but it's come back and it's disgusting. So everything I taste at the minute tastes like paint stripper. And I know alcohol, kind of, some people say that anyway, but everything tastes like that, even water at the minute.
So that's why you're a bit more feisty today anyway, I think. Back onto Eurovision, there was no notification, there was no list. I actually tweeted him and said, will you be putting a list out? And he replied to me and said, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
So on the night, unfortunately, on the semi-final and the final, Daddy Freya, two of the lads tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
And they couldn't perform, which is
gutting,
heartbreaking for them.
Yeah.
Because they're so good. And they would have won it last year. And I think this year's song, last year was Think About Things, this year 10 Years, which are both absolute bangers.
If you've not listened to these songs, have a listen. But the 10 Years, I've actually decided I think I prefer that one.
Yeah, I think it's a better song. I think a lot of people at Eurovision this year, because Daddy Freya got 70 million plays on YouTube and things like that, I think a lot of the acts this year tried to copy him with his kooky little dances and stuff like that. But look, we watched the final. It was absolutely fantastic. It was great to see a live audience again going crazy.
Yeah.
I just had one of the best few hours.
Aww.
It was so good. And then, as we're watching it, halfway through, you went down and made a cup of tea and brought some bickies up. And little Betsy Pearl woke up when Daddy Freya were on, played their pre-recorded song out. But as this was happening, you checked their Instagram, and on their Instagram stories, Daddy Freya posted the names of the choir.
Yes.
So we're sitting there, and you went, Betsy Pearl's on the song.
I didn't even bother looking for you.
Well, no, but you know what? And the way I've explained this to people is, it was like an alphabetical order, and they did it with Betsy Pearl under P and B and I'm under S. So, I'm guessing Laura had not checked the later page because it was on 4 pages. I didn't think you'd check for me, and I thought, I don't want to ask because as you've just proved, it's a sore point. So I thought I better not ask you. But then a little bit later on, you spotted my name as well. So now, legitimately, Betsy Pearl and me, we've come fourth in Eurovision.
Yeah.
Which is a mad claim to fame.
I think it's brilliant.
A very clever, shrewd move on their part to get a choir together like that. But I bet he didn't use all of them. And I'm so proud that we got on there.
And now you're it's now a single that's been released. So you've actually had a single that's been released.
So it's a couple of minutes into the song, and he sings a line, "Find a new way to grow," and then a chorus comes in behind him, a choir comes in and sings it. Me and Betsy Pearl are on it.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That was earlier in the week.
Well done.
Well done, she says. Not bitter in the slightest.
I'm proud of Bets.
Oh, do you know what I want to mention? Because you've just been talking about your smell coming back. Tell everybody when your smell came back.
Well, no. My smell didn't come back at this point, but...
You're still milking it. You're still telling everybody you haven't got a sense of smell.
No, it's like petrol and chemically.
You've got the
horrid.
COVID taste now, which I had when I was poorly.
Some smells have come back, some haven't. But one of the things that hasn't come back is being able to smell people's farts.
Right.
Which it's been quite pleasant, to be honest.
Unfortunately, it's not taking away the smell of your farts, which you've been doing regularly.
Which has been funny because I'm doing them thinking no one else can smell.
Like a dog. When a dog farts and they can't smell them. That's exactly what you're like.
But today, I'm laid on your stomach, all romantic, like...
We've had a nice morning. The kids are away. 2 of the kids are out of the house all day. One of them, you don't even know he's in the house anyway. So we've got a bit of time to ourselves.
Yeah, so we're chatting on the sofa. You're sat on the sofa and I'm laid with my head on your stomach.
Yeah.
You can picture the scene. And then...
We had chippy chips last night, didn't we?
You do the most disgusting fart. It hit me. It hit me like, and I'm like, whoa, my smell's come back.
that was the announcement. That was the champagne on the bow of the boat. My smell's come back. So yeah, your smell's back.
In a way, yeah. Unfortunately, it's brought back fart smells.
I've finished off the roller bagels. I've done the Paul McCartney bagel all week, apart from one day when we didn't have any hummus. And I was recommended by Roger, whose name gets mentioned on here regularly, one of our co-podcasters. He recommended to me to have Marmite and peanut butter on a bagel. So I gave that a go.
Oh, hold on a minute. I've said about the Marmite and peanut butter thing for years.
Have you?
Oh my God, you're giving that to Roger?
I've never heard you say that.
Oh my God.
At the same time?
Yes, I've done it for years. This is you all over. This is you. You never listen to me, and then as soon as one of your mates says something, oh, guess what? And then now you've tried it. That's so annoying.
Save it for the whinge.
Oh my God.
Anyway, still doing the eye yoga as well, by the way. I'm trying to do that every day.
Yeah, but what do you give the Marmite hummus bagel?
That you told me about. I'd heard the podcast, but you reminded me.
I did.
Didn't hear that from a friend.
Yeah.
So 1-1. I love it. I absolutely love it. We've done this already on the podcast, so I'm not going to go on about it, but Marmite's so easy to spread on a bagel. The hummus, what a treat. The hummus is better than peanut butter, but peanut butter's too sticky in mouth.
Peanut butter and Marmite, as you know, I've told you for years, is great.
I can't remember you ever saying that, so I'll give it to you. Other big news this week, which I wanted to talk to you about because it's kind of relationshipy. We are big fans of Jamie Redknapp. Well, we like, what's that programme called? A League of Their Own that they're on.
And we love his mum and dad.
Well, we're friends with Sandra and Harry, aren't we? We spent a bit of time with them last time we were out in Dubai. Now, Sandra is one of my text friends. We WhatsApp each other.
She is one of the loveliest people.
What a diamond.
She said...
I think she should be the Queen Mother.
Oh, she basically said that she'll take in our son when he moves back to the UK.
We love them. And so now every time they come out to Dubai, we'll probably be catching up with them. But Jamie, we watch on the telly.
Yeah.
Now, he was very famously in a relationship with Louise Nerdlin. Was that her name, Nerdlin?
Oh, I don't know.
She was known as Louise. She was in Eternal. Yeah. And they were kind of like the Asda Posh and Becks. You know, because Posh and Becks were like front page.
Yeah.
He's wearing a sarong, he's wearing a skirt. They've got the same haircuts all the time, Posh and Becks, and everybody loved them. Proper tabloid fodder. But
Louise was a real like pin-up at the time.
Well, for some. Well, they didn't quite reach those dizzy heights, I don't think. But then she went on that dancing programme, what's it called? Strictly.
Yeah.
And then they broke up. Now, I don't know the ins and outs because I tend not to read the tabloids.
They always say that the Strictly's got...
Strictly cursed.
Strictly cursed, don't they?
Yeah, maybe we should go on it. But this week in the papers, it's come out that he's dating a model, a supermodel, like.
Okay.
I don't know what the super cutoff line is. And she's pregnant. She's with child. She's got a bun in the oven. She's up the duff.
Okay.
And I said to you, I came home and told you, well, I think it's great.
Yeah.
You know, I came home and said to you, tomorrow morning's papers, she's going to be up her height. Because Louise has been on a bit of a PR thing recently.
Right.
I think she's done new music, but she's also been like, oh, I think I messed things up with Jamie and all of this.
Oh, she got regrets.
Well, that seems to be what the papers are saying, but you can never believe anything you read. So the day after, headline in the papers, Louise, in parentheses or whatever they're called, Louise knocked sideways by Jamie's pregnancy announcement.
Well, it's her own fault. If what I think happened.
Yeah. Now, hypothetically, you dumped me.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what happened in their relationship.
Well, she was, at that point, she was the one that was in the news everywhere. She'd got this high profile from being on Strictly.
Her stock was on the rise. But let's say this is me and you, right? And as I've said to you, if me and you do break up ever, I'm done. I don't want to be in any more relationships. This one were good. It's finished me off, right?
You can't get any better, can you? That's
No, I've peaked. And I'm that age.
Whatever.
But let's say we do break up like that. The next you hear, not only am I back on the boat, I'm going out with a model. She's, 15 years younger than you. She is a beaut. She's a stunner, right? Nobody can believe she's going out with me.
15 years younger?
Something like that.
Okay.
But she's bang on, bang tidy, right? How are you feeling about that? Would you be, socially, would you be pragmatic or would you be all guns blazing?
I think you know the answer to that. I think I would be...
You'd be right. You know them long Facebook posts, but you do that thing where you don't mention any names.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do a long Facebook post. Do you know, I read a long Facebook post this morning and somebody, and I just think, why are you doing that? Why? You
know that thing, though, where you don't, where, you know, we know people who do this, where they don't write that it's about them. Sometimes in life, you get treated like this, and I believe in karma. You know, people who write stuff like that, and then you get...
The fridge magnet post.
Yeah, or the...
hey, hon, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope everything's
You okay, hon?
Yeah.
All of that.
No, yeah, I'd be really peed off, and but because you're always giving it that you're not...
I won't.
You weren't good.
Love you to bits.
And you're like, that sounded sarcastic.
What about, though? What about if I got thin? Because I'm fat now. A year down the line from me and you splitting up, I mean, it would take longer than a year, but it's hypothetical. The next time you see me, I'm back on Instagram, I'm posting galore. It's me, flash car, really nice house, villa, whatever, and a gorgeous, as they call them on the telly these days, listen, a gorgeous sort on my arm, right? You're going to town on me on socials, aren't you?
I don't know if I'd do it.
This is why I can't have another girlfriend.
I don't know if I would do it on social media.
To your friends, though.
Oh, yeah, I'd be slagging you off, definitely.
Would you use the kids? Would you be like that with the kids as well? You'd use the kids against me?
Yes, I would. Yes.
You're a lovely woman. You're a lovely woman. Right, shall we crack on with some business?
Why do they get to have, like, thin you that goes out and, like...
I wouldn't go out. I'd still stay in. She's having a drink.
Wife's whinge.
Wife's whinge. We do a whinge and a hump. We both get to have a go at each other about something. She's just had a big gobful. The wine that she's drinking, I just said as I poured it, it looks like poorly wee. You know when you have a wee and you're poorly and it's really orangey?
It's the first pee of the day, wee.
The first pee of the day. I've never heard that before. I don't examine. We'll do sit down wheeze at another time. But come on then, wife's whinge.
You often ring me after you finish work.
Yes.
And I'm normally at that point getting ready, like...
For a school run.
I'm in the middle of jobs and stuff like that. Obviously, that's your time when you talk about your day, what's happened, if anything's peed you off, getting off steam, blah, blah, blah.
I'm shitting myself now because I don't know where this is going. There are so many angles that could branch off here.
No, if you don't call me, I get like, oh, you didn't call me today.
And sometimes I get in my car. I just like to put a podcast on in car.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to be doing when we get home, whether I'm going to a school run or something like that. But I just like to have a bit of coming down from work, a lot of adrenaline at work, being on radio and stuff.
Yeah.
But I also like to call you. And there's a bit of me that knows it's kind of duty because you like to...
But that's what I mean. I feel like you don't actually really want to be calling me.
Oh, no. Most of the time I do.
Yeah, well, sometimes when you get on one and you're like, you're having a whinge about work or you're having a whinge about the world.
Love me job.
And then you have a whinge about the kids. And then you're like, yeah, so tonight we're going to sit there, everybody down. We're going to have this talk with them. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And I'm like, yeah. And you just literally, you don't even know you're doing it. And then I go, anyway, so I'm just about to walk into school now. So, fine. You don't want to talk then. Bye.
No,
and then you
no.
hang up, right?
That's not what I said.
No,
I know where this has come from.
You do it more than... No, you can't... Because you're thinking about the time you did it this week. You do it so often, right? And then I'm made to feel bad.
No, because you do... I had this thing in my head when I did it. I thought... What I did is... We'd had this conversation. Then you said, I'm just walking to school, which kind of means I've got to get off the phone. So I just went, great chat, and hung up.
Yeah.
But then the minute I did it, I thought, that's really funny.
You were in a mood and you do this to me.
I was a bit.
You obviously don't want to chat then, and then hang up on me.
Yeah.
So I'm made
But if I'm calling out a bloody courtesy because you want me to...
No, but...
All right.
I'm not... If I'm saying that to you, it's because I'm obviously in the middle of something. Like, I didn't answer the other day because I was in the middle of getting out of the shower and getting ready, and the hairdryer was on, so I actually didn't hear the phone till the last minute, and I thought, oh, he's going to think I'm ignoring him, but I wasn't. I didn't. It was like last second and it stopped.
Right.
But anyway,
I'll take it.
Most of the time I agree with the stuff you're saying about, we need to get Betsy off the iPad a little bit more, and we want to spend as much time with Leo before he goes to uni. I agree with all that stuff, but at that point, it's like, shush.
I get it.
Shush.
I get it. But I apologise. I'll try not to do that again. But the thing of saying, even when we've had a nice chat, I think rather than saying bye, if one of us just quickly goes, great chat, and hangs up, because then the other one is upset. I think it's a really cool thing.
Yeah, but that used to be your thing.
Well, I used to do it. I used to say...
With all your old girlfriends.
Oh, and another thing, and then hang up like that. And then they're like, has he gone? Did he mean to go? Things like that.
One of your little...
Wasn't ex-girlfriends. Used to do it with Honey. It's one of the things that I've always done.
One of your little funny things, was it? But yeah, so...
That's not an ex, that's our daughter. Is that your whinge?
Yeah.
I know, and I apologise.
Okay.
So you've got that one?
Thanks.
In the bag.
Husband's hump.
All right, this is not far away from the last one. If the last one was your knickers on the bathroom door, this is a
bikini, not dirty knickers.
Oh, all right. Yesterday morning when I got out of the shower, when I opened the door, there's a pair of black knickers on the floor right in front of the door. That's because you can't get in the washing basket, innit?
Yes, but you don't pick them up and put them in the washing basket. You just walk over them.
Well, the dirty knickers.
Yeah.
I'd need the wallpaper scraper to get yours off floor.
Right. Often in the... Shut your
Hey! Swear box. My husband's hump is this. We've got a walk-in wardrobe. Basically, it's a room. It's like an antechamber between the bedroom and the bathroom, right? There are 6 cupboards in there, right?
Yeah.
Floor to ceiling.
Yep.
You have 4 of them.
Yes, and you have a massive dresser as well.
Oh, sorry. No, there's 5.
No.
And I have 1 of them.
Yeah, you have one hanging up space.
No. Let me get to the point.
Yeah.
That means there's 5 door handles, right?
Yeah.
But the only door handle, you hang the clattery school uniforms on the clattery, what do you call them, coat hangers, is mine.
Yeah.
And I get up an hour before you in the morning and you're fast asleep and I'm trying not to wake you up and you always hang it on my bloody door.
So you're on about having a coat hanger on your door?
Always. Well, no, there's 2 on it right now. They've got nothing on. So you don't put them away, you just leave them on there. And it's me that has to shift them around when I'm getting in to get my clothes or anything like that. But you have got 2...
Well, you don't get stuff out your wardrobe anyway because all your T-shirts are in a massive dresser, which are in the
It's
drawers.
not about who has the most space. It's about how is it?
You're not going in the wardrobe.
No, but how is it out of all the handles in there, it only ever goes on mine?
No, it's not. I've got one on mine. And the reason...
When?
They're on there now. Go and check. But your door handle is next to the... What would you call it?
Surface.
Sideboard.
There's a surface in there.
Sideboard. And because our youngest, in the mornings, she uses our bathroom. So I put her shirt on your door.
Okay, so you're doing it out of convenience and her clothes on the dresser.
And let me tell you, when do you ever go and get her uniform ready for the next day?
That's a fair point.
So, yeah.
I just want to state for the podcast,
Yeah.
so it's on record, you're not drinking again before we start recording this.
Because I'm winning.
You're not winning, you're just vicious.
Would you rather?
Would you rather sneeze every time you have a
A what?
orgasm? What can I use as a different word?
Well, I sneeze way more than that.
Or would you rather orgasm?
Every time you sneeze?
Yeah.
The first one.
Sneeze every
Sneeze every time you have the big O. Because that's just a sneeze at that moment, right? Whereas...
Yeah, but then it might put you off it.
I know, but when I get on a sneezing fit, I can do 15 sneezes.
Yeah. And at the minute, like... Because
It'd be like a cake mix. I know, but can you imagine? And what if I develop hay fever?
Oh, I sneeze every time I go out into the sun at the minute.
Thank goodness. I wondered what you were gonna say then.
No, but and I'm so conscious because you're wearing your masks and you don't want to cough and sneeze in public. So, but every time I go out into the sun, and at the minute it's like.
And the difference is, I can do the other thing relatively silently. You can't. So you'd be like, "Achoo! Oh!" You'd be giving it that one. Forget about it. You would though, wouldn't you?
Oh my gosh! I can't believe you just said that.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's that answered, right?
Yeah, I think I'd probably agree.
So you'd rather sneeze every time, yeah, rather than every time you sneeze. It makes total sense to me, that one. Let's do this.
Recommendations.
Have you got any? Because I've got a couple.
Well, actually, it's A League of Their Own. The Loch Ness to London
Road trip.
Yeah,
if you can get hold of it, it's well worth watching.
Yeah, it's. I think.
They filmed it during lockdown, didn't they?
Yeah, if you can get hold of kind of League of Their Own stuff, it's an easy watch, and
you have to see past it being scripted comedy. You know, like they're all playing a role, and sometimes it gets on your nerves. Jack Whitehall's a bit annoying on it.
Yeah, but they have Ramesh, they have Alan Carr, so they have a good easy watching, fun celebrities. Yeah, so if you can get hold of that one.
I got a music recommendation for you. It's a playlist on Spotify, and it's called Wine Bar Afternoon Playlist. A friend of ours had it on in his cafe when we were sat in there in Bistro.
Yeah.
And it was so good. And I thought it was his own, mixtape or whatever. He told me it was on Spotify. I've had it on non-stop ever since. We've just had it on now this afternoon. Isn't it good?
Yeah, and I've not heard the same song twice.
No, well, there's hundreds of songs on it, but... It's trip hop. There's the Rolling Stones. There's 70s funk.
Was the Pink Floyd? Yeah,
kicked off with Pink Floyd today. All sorts of stuff on there. It's just a great listen. Look it up. I'm going to put it on because we use Apple Music, but I went onto Spotify It's called Wine Bar Afternoon Playlist. So that's my recommendation.
Yeah, definitely. If you're sitting in the garden, perfect.
So I've got an idea for a new bit because we're almost at the end of the podcast. We're almost coming up on time. I had an idea that we could do this.
Compliments.
She's got a mouthful of wine. So I thought, because we argue a lot on this, and it is supposed to kind of be cheap therapy, this podcast, right, Laura?
Yeah, I feel it's got a little heated today.
Well, on your side at desk it has. I thought with all the having a go at each other, it'd be nice to finish on a compliment to each other.
Okay. Am I going
You're
first?
just going to freestyle one, are you? I mean, you don't have to do it this week.
Oh, well, I want to
got
get
one?
Yeah, well, I feel that these podcasts have changed you a little bit because anything that I tell you that you're doing wrong,
Yep. I've learned.
You've tried really hard.
I'm like a puppy.
Yeah.
I hang my wet shorts up. They're hung up now properly. That you had to go at me about a couple of... the hose pipes
hold
on.
on. You did go, look what I'm doing.
No, I didn't. You didn't even know I'd put them on there.
But yeah, the hose pipe.
The hose pipe's wound up.
Yeah. Thank you.
I can't remember what else you've had to go at me about. But yeah, I try. I do try.
I appreciate it.
Your compliment for this week is you made a batch of cookies. Mm-hmm. And look, I could compliment you on loads of stuff, but you made a batch of cookies and they were so good.
Thank you.
Chocolate chip cookies, and what were the other ones? Raspberry and white chocolate.
Yeah.
They were the bomb, weren't they? Fantastic.
They
I
went
loved them.
pretty quick. Thank you.
Good. Do you like finishing on a compliment? Tell me if you don't.
Well, that you do kind of do that. I used to teach social studies, and that's how we used to finish.
Yeah. I mean, my other compliment was going to be you sneeze every time you orgasm, but we covered it earlier. Yeah. That's why there's tissues all over the bedroom. Well, that's my excuse. So, have you got anything else? You look like you were going to say something else.
No, you just... Oh, sorry. My phone's on loud.
Oh, amateur.
Yeah.
See which one of us
you just
works
reminded
in the
me
game.
I need to get some wet wipes.
Some pepper. All right, that's it. See you later then, everybody.
Bye.
The end.